Giving birth to my daughter was a chaotic event. This event was made more chaotic by the fact that I absolutely refused to believe I was in labor. I insisted to friends, families, and coworkers that the pain I was feeling that was making me writhe and curl up into a ball during work calls and meals were not labor pains or contractions, but Braxton Hicks. Braxton Hicks are often called the false labor pains that are tightening and contracting of the muscles to prepare for contractions. Let me tell you, they were not Braxton Hicks. And yet I persisted to pretend they were. I went to a jazz concert with my housemates, ate a giant burger, and went to bed while I was headed into, hour 24 of labor or so. I might have never gotten to the hospital. I assume I would at some point. But luckily I had an appointment and my housemate drove me in the morning. When I finally was in the birthing room, it was chaos. But it was some of the most beautiful chaos I have ever been a part of. Everyone around me seemed to know exactly what they were doing, including my own body and my daughter, who was insistent on coming into the world 2 weeks early. I gave birth with a midwife, but I also gave birth at Boston Medical Center, which is a pretty chaotic hospital that even with a lovely midwife at your side is full of beeping and all the smells that are hospital. My room contained machines that beeped, equipment to monitor the baby's heartbeat, nurses coming in and out. All of this was coupled with my birthing playlist, a playlist I had invited family and friends to add songs to, and my youngest sister, though in her 30s, still being a youngest sister, added the tune Baby Shark, a song that has, for an incredibly long time, seemed to remain viral for children. For those of you that don't know this song, it goes a little bit like this. You have to come with me to the chaos for the sermon. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. Mama shark do 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 do, mama shark do 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 do, mama shark do 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 do, mama shark. We were all there. Soren will be leading another sing-along after with the full version of Baby Shark, which also you can continue to add verses to. Don't worry, there's another song coming up. We were all in the chaos. My friends that drove me to the hospital when I insisted I didn't need it, my other friend who had been my comrade during birthing classes, the midwife, a random array of nurses, and a baby that had started to push her way out. All of us gathered in the chaos, gathered in the beauty, gathered ready for new life. Gathered amongst the beeping, the smells, the blood, the ever so delightful tune of Baby Shark. Ready, waiting for my daughter, Simone. The book that was mentioned in the blurb in this service, the one about hope and economic justice by Martin Luther King Jr., is entitled Community or Chaos. Full disclosure, I have not read this book. But when asked if this blurb fit my sermon, I said yes. I do know that MLK in this book notes, we are confronted with the urgency of now, and continues with, this may well be mankind's last chance to choose between chaos or community. This made me think about community and chaos, and if this really is a dichotomy. After all, life is chaos. Even taking away the chaos of humanity, our natural world thrives on chaos. As the writer and activist Adrienne Marie Brown notes, accepting that the chaos is normal and natural will help us. It will help us claim our creative potential in it. Accepting the chaos allows us to stop demanding impossible things from each other, such as clear prophetic answers on everything in the future is going to work, and instead shift into inviting each other into co-creation of futures that work for us. Ecosystems are incredible communities of chaos. Communities and relationships that are unpredictable, but that keep everything alive and well, and when things aren't working, break down and start again. The chaos of gardens gone rogue, but that produce vegetables that were never planted there. The chaos of a suburban lawn let loose and is now a hotbed of Queen Anne's lace and random herbs. Sometimes I think chaos gives way to what communities need, whether that be a yard of Queen Anne's lace or a new way of relating and living, a space to invite all into co-creating a future for the world. Again, I haven't read the particular book by MLK, but I think he might agree that yes, if chaos can be violence, let us choose community. But if chaos can be creation, love, and change, let us build from that. Let us try to build community and thrive there. After all, isn't love a core part of what binds community, for the most part pretty chaotic? Love is unpredictable and catches us off guard, and what does community need if not chaotic love catching us off guard? I was a hospital chaplain during the height of the pandemic, and while I cannot say I saw a lot of beauty in the chaos of the hospital as a whole, there was beauty in the spiritual care department, and boy, was there chaos. Are we wearing masks? Did the Catholic priest on campus ever actually wear a mask that covered his nose? Should we go into patients' room? Why are we here if not? Are we going to die? So many questions amongst so much disinformation or no information, and amongst death. But we held space. We wrote up blessings that we saw then posted on the walls. We connected with an orchestra and brought violinists into patients' rooms on tablets. We whispered prayers through door cracks. We helped nurses think of vacations to go on after this was all over. We lived quietly among the chaos, seeing innovation in its midst, and showing our patients our persistence, our want for life despite it all. We are certainly in the midst of chaotic times, but we are good at chaos. And though we know that chaos can shift to violence, can shift to injustice, we also know that the chaos of, the entropy of a system breaking down gives way to new systems, new justice, new hope. Our systems have been broken for a long time. They have been broken long before Trump, and I am finding hope in the chance to build new systems, to live amongst the chaos, to dream what our world could look like and make it happen out in the midst of the chaos. I'm thinking about the Langston Hughes poem, "For Nothing is Fixed." For nothing is fixed forever, forever, forever. It is not fixed. The earth is always shifting. The light is always changing. The sea does not cease to grind down rock. Generations do not cease to be born. And we are responsible to them because we are the only witnesses they have. The sea rises, the light falls. Lovers cling to each other and children cling to us. The moment we cease to hold each other, the moment we break faith with one another, the sea engulfs us and the light goes out. Nothing is fixed, and sometimes it is chaos. But thank goodness nothing is fixed. Thank goodness love seizes hold with a chaotic, random nature to keep us on our toes and to keep us in beauty. In the midst of my daughter's birth, as often happens, the chaos continued and things got harder. I was supposed to push, and wow, does that hurt. But around me, I had a community that knew how to operate in chaos. They gathered round and knew I needed a break from the beeping, a break from being asked by others what I needed, and so we sang. We sang a song I'm sure this congregation knows. So I'll start singing, and please join in as you're willing and able. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of your world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. One of the beautiful things I find about chaos is the space it gives for both possibility and for rest. We as a society often have a hard time resting, but chaos will push us to it. Chaos will push us toward rest, a rest where we can see the possibility of what comes out of the chaos. so we can keep on pushing. In order to make it through the chaos, we need to rest, ground ourselves, breathe, connect to something greater than ourselves. This is how we find our way through. This is what's next. My doula and friends gathered round me and sang. I started to sing. Time stopped for a bit. The nurses stopped bustling and, though looked slightly confused, smiled. It was enough of a stop in time for me to remember and to see the possibility. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. I saw that possibility, I caught my breath, and I pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed out Simone Rose Murphy. The other day, I walked out of a church after giving a sermon about grief. Simone will be 2 in April, and at the time, she was at the nursery during my sermon. After I finished and shook a few hands on my way out, I went to pick up my daughter and came back to coffee hour. I came back to the chattering, coffee-laden air holding Simone. Someone approached me and said, "You must be much more hopeful than you let on. You brought this beautiful baby into the world." I am. I am much more hopeful than I let on. Am I scared, grief-stricken, and angry too? Do I find chaos draining and tiring and annoying? Yes. But I also love the beauty chaos brings. The newness, the possibility is there. Even in the chaos, life wants life. And I have so much hope for this broken world and the life it holds. I brought life into this world because I believe that there is a great life for Simone to live. I believe that there is a great life for her to live in and amongst the chaos. I believe that community is chaos and community can come from chaos. I believe that we are in the thick of it, and it could go a lot of horrible ways, but I also believe it doesn't have to be horrible. I believe that we are good at chaos. We need to remember that chaos is natural. Chaos can be okay. Chaos can direct us to co-create a future we need and deserve. I think if we sing to each other when we need to and give space for possibility, remind ourselves that chaos can be beautiful and take a break when we need to, we can bring about a whole new ecosystem that we are needing, wanting, and dreaming. A lot of chaos exists in our own backyard. Every winter we experience a yard that is devoid of much of anything, dark, cold dirt. But come spring, chaos. It all of a sudden is filled with wild mint, milkweed, something over there that I don't know, something over there that seems to be taking over everything. Plants old and new, grapevines, a line of tomatoes that has escaped by reseeding itself all the way to the cement. It is full of chaos, full of life. Butterflies come to the milkweed, plants old and new come back. Chaos is how communities are made because we come together in chaos and create new ways to survive, new beautiful ways of surviving. My birth was chaotic, but it was also full of community. A community that saw that our lives were about to change and got ready. Ready to help with long, sleepless nights, ready to cook meals, clean, and ready to hold a baby amongst the community in chaos. The chaos that is butterflies, milkweed, tomatoes, and mint, and maybe a group of people singing as a human instrument, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Amen, and blessed be.